Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going underneath for Lewis. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
And they'll run it here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Butt, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Going deep for Walker. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Victor Bolden. Fielded at the 20. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. In for the score. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Caught right side, Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, going deep here for Taylor. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's the backup Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Tyrone Crawford with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He's got room to run past the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment.
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Looking deep here for Dion Lowe. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Titans now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime lock.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Lewis. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Go!
He'll look to throw. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And an alley to run. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Mariota now to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. He got 29 yards that time.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Mariota now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. from the gun, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown as a Tennessee Titan. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Now Bolden on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 at a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play. First down, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On second down, Mariota again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. On third down, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Von Miller not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and now it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Flushed out right. Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary had really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
They'll look to throw here. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting started.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Leopard.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there.
They're going to look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Denver, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all know his name? Hey, yo, Mac,